Thanks, man. Whoop. What's up, y'all? Whoop, whoop. Good morning, everybody. Got a little change of scenery today. I ain't going to work today. I got too much to do. Hey, y'all, what's up? 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 Nah, no work today. I took off today and tomorrow to prepare for the conference. We got a lot to get done for the conference. I need to get my headspace right. I need to pray a little bit, get my heart right with God and my heart right with myself. This conference is a major, major, major thing. So, all right, guys. Oh, man. So I want to talk to you about your season. If you haven't registered for the online singles conference, you need to join our webinar tonight with Monica Vanderdeed. We're going to be giving away a special offer, so you're not having to pay $147. Whoop, whoop. So I want to talk about you for your season. And Ecclesiastes 3, y'all, excuse the ratchetness, y'all. It's the middle of the week. It's the middle of the week struggle, midweek struggle. Language for your season. Ecclesiastes 3 says, it's Ryan, what's up, man? Ecclesiastes 3 said, there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to tear up, a time to build, a time to grieve, a time to cry, a time for, man, it just lists all these things by there being a time for everything. And as I was reading it this morning, my heart began to just leap out of my chest because I began to realize, like, wow, this is how God operates. He operates in times and seasons. And a lot of times we do not know when a season has ended. And a lot of us are stuck in time. And I want to tell you right now, how is it that you're stuck in a season when God is not bound by any season? Where you think that God is, you felt God in this previous season, or you had a God moment in a previous season. And this is the thing that a lot of people mess up, and they say this: if I can just get back to, if you have to get back to a place, that to me means that you're not growing with God. That to me means that you're not moving with God because you got comfortable in a place where maybe you were with God in a season and God has moved to a new season and you didn't move with God. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to build. There's a time to destroy. There's a time to eat. And there's a time to sow. There's a time to reap. And I don't know all the things. I can't read them all off to you. I hope someone might go Ecclesiastes 3. But what I want to tell you is that when was the last time you assessed your season and asked yourself, what season am I in? Do you have a language for your season, or are you just living day to day? Or are you just kind of like, waking up with, I'm going to go to work, your normal routine? Has your work and your 9 to 5 determined your season? Is your season determined by the good things that are happening? Or is your season determined by the bad things that are happening? Or are you allowing your season to be determined by what God is doing in your life, by what God is wanting to do in your life, by what God was desiring to have you do in your life? What is determining the season that you're in? What is giving a language for the season that you're in? Do you know what God is doing? Do you know what God is not doing? Do you know what God wants you to give your time to? Do you know what God is not wanting you to give your time to? Are you in a place right now where you understand your season? Because guess what? If you don't know your season, then you are going to be controlled by life. You are not letting God be God. You're letting your time be God. You're letting your work be God. You're letting your children be God. You're letting your stress be God. You're letting all the worries of life be God. You're letting everything else be God versus God, because you don't know what season you're in to know what to do and how to navigate and how to spend your time in this season, because there is a time and a place for everything. And a lot of you are doing the same things in the same that work in other seasons, thinking that it's going to work in this season. Baby girl, baby boy, you are in a new season. It's not going to work in this season. What worked last season it may not work in this season. You've got to flow with God. And it's the only way. I don't have a formula for it. All I can tell you is simply learning how God moves in your life. Whenever the Bible says the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I interpret that as this. That is how God moved in their life. He moved a certain way, and to a degree that that's just the anointing and the flair that he would have upon them. My question to you is, how is God moving in your life? What is God doing in your life that makes it to where it's the God of you? It's the thing that it's like, man, it separates you. Because the thing is that God's not going to do the same thing in your life that he's going to do in your brother or sister's life. And a lot of times we get caught up comparing ourselves to everybody else's season and everybody else's what God's going on in their life. And you got to evaluate, what is God doing in me? What is God doing in my environment, in my climate, around the people in my life? What is God doing in me? Because what it is that God is a God of seasons. And a lot of times we see it, the Bible does say that God, he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's his principles. His principles do not change. He's always unconditional. He's forever patient. He's forever loving. He's forever giving. His principles will never, ever change. But God changes. And how does he change? He changes through his people. He moves through his people. We are his change agents on the earth. And if we're never changing, how are we having impact upon this world? Why would God give us all of these signs and wonders from one day it's raining and one day it's cloudy, one day it's sunny, one day it's windy? God is a God of season. He's a God of change. But he changes through us. He doesn't change. He changes through us. So what I want to tell you guys today is evaluate your season. Evaluate your season. Take some time in prayer and ask God, help me give a language for the season that I'm in. How many of you, if those of you that are mature saints and you're a place that you've been with the Lord for quite a while, you understand that you had history with God. So you should know how God moves in your life. So you should know when God is doing something new. And I can literally wake up and be like, man, a new season is coming. How? You can look at the signs. When a new season is beginning to dawn, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Different signs in the climate, and the weather begins to change to where it's not like you wake up one day and be like, it's summer. No, you can begin to say, summer is coming. I can see the weather was a little bit different yesterday. And you know what I'm saying? Hold on, I got to block somebody. So what I'm saying is, how does God give you in your life? What is God doing in your life for you to know when a season is about to change? All right? And that's it right there. You know by your spirit, man. You know by your spirit. You can feel it and sense it. Something is different. Oh, my God. Something is changing. Something is moving. And when you begin to feel that in your inner man, that means you need to go get yourself in prayer. That means you need to go make sure you got an ear to hear what the Father is saying, because the season is changing. That means you need to go draw nigh to his presence and really begin to sit down and say, assess, God, what are you doing so I can position myself in order to evolve, in order to change with you so I don't miss what you're doing. Man, I feel God on this so much. Oh my goodness. I want you to be with God, man. I don't want you to miss him. I don't want you to miss him. I want you to get everything that God has for you. But you've got to be sensitive. You've got to come to him like a child. You can't come to him like you know everything. So that's my encouragement to this morning to you guys. Do you have a language for your season? That's my encouragement for you this morning. I pray that, you know what I'm saying, that God would continue to progress you. And I agree right there with Zoe. Humility is the key to never think you figured it out, man. You can be in a season where you're prospering and being blessed, and man, the season can change, and you got to begin to do a new thing. He bumping over here. Hey. I remember there was a season where we were in a strong season of sowing, just sowing. We weren't reaping anything. And man, after that season of sowing, I saw a shift. Now it's time to work. We sowed, we gave. Now it's time to work. Now it's time to give. Now it's time to begin to put out and begin to put the work to the seeds we've sown. What season are you in? Are you in a season of reaping? Are you in a season of sowing? Are you in a season of loving? Are you in a season of giving? What season? Do you have a language for your season? All right, that's all I got, guys. Pray blessings over you. I got a full day today. And I pray the Lord will continue to keep you and bless you in all the things that you do. And if you guys want to come hang out with us, Monica Vanity is going to be teaching a webinar with us, 7 Signs He's Not Mr. Right. If you want to come, you can. I don't have the link. You have to go to her Periscope and her bio and her Periscope to sign up for the webinar. I think we have over 1,200 signed up right now for tonight's webinar. 7 Signs He's Not Mr. Right. She went through a pretty traumatic divorce and a lot of horrible relationships to where she learned what is not a good man or a good person for you. And we value her relationship. We value what God's doing in her life and what God is producing out of her. And she's going to be a speaker for the Online Singles Conference. Excited to have her. So, man, it's going to be a good time. So, Monica Vanity at Wisdom is the New Black. At Wisdom is the New Black. That's her. Go to her bio, click the link, and you can register for the webinar tonight. 7 signs he's not Mr. Right, and that'll be on tonight. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Blessings to you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.